Chapter 1: The Discovery. In a quaint little town nestled between rolling hills and sparkling rivers, lived a girl named Emma. At 15, Emma was known for her vivid imagination and love for drawing. She spent countless hours in her room, filling sketchbooks with intricate doodles of far-off lands, mythical creatures, and brave heroes. Her drawings were more than just images on paper. They were her escape from the mundane reality of school, chores, and the occasional loneliness that crept into her life. One sunny afternoon, Emma decided to explore the attic of her grandmother's old house. The attic was a treasure trove of forgotten memories, filled with dusty trunks, old furniture, and relics of the past. As she rummaged through a particularly large trunk, her fingers brushed against something smooth and cold. She pulled it out, revealing a leather-bound sketchbook, its cover adorned with strange, ancient symbols. Intrigued, Emma opened the sketchbook. The pages were blank, but there was something magical about them, as if they were waiting for her touch. Excitedly, she grabbed a pencil from her backpack and began to draw. She sketched a beautiful meadow with tall grass, colorful flowers, and a sparkling stream running through it. As she finished, a warm light enveloped the sketchbook, and the drawing started to move. The grass swayed gently in an unseen breeze, the flowers bloomed, and the stream flowed with crystal-clear water. Emma gasped in astonishment. The meadow looked so real, she felt she could step into it. Driven by curiosity, she placed her hand on the page, and to her amazement, she was pulled into the drawing. She found herself standing in the very meadow she had just sketched, the sun warming her face, the scent of flowers filling the air. Chapter 2: A New World. Emma's heart raced with excitement and wonder as she explored the meadow. It was even more beautiful than she had imagined. The sky was a brilliant blue, the birds sang melodious tunes, and butterflies flitted from flower to flower. She walked along the stream, marveling at the vibrant colors and the serenity of the place. As she wandered deeper into the meadow, she heard a rustling sound behind her. Turning around, she saw a small, golden creature with wings perched on a flower. It looked like a fairy, straight out of her imagination. The fairy fluttered its wings and flew towards her, landing gently on her shoulder. "Hello, Emma," the fairy said in a sweet, tinkling voice. "Welcome to the Meadow of Dreams." Emma was taken aback. "You know my name?" "Of course," the fairy replied with a smile. "I am Lyra, guardian of this meadow. This world is connected to your heart and imagination. Whatever you draw in the sketchbook comes to life here." Emma's eyes widened in realization. This was her chance to bring her wildest dreams to life, to create and explore a world beyond her wildest fantasies. She spent the rest of the day in the meadow, sketching more scenes and watching them come to life. She drew a towering castle, a shimmering lake, and a bustling village filled with friendly inhabitants. Each new drawing transported her to a different part of this magical world, and she reveled in the adventure. As the sun began to set, Emma knew it was time to return home. She placed her hand on the sketchbook again and was instantly transported back to the attic. Clutching the magical sketchbook to her chest, she made her way downstairs, her mind buzzing with excitement and ideas for her next adventure. Chapter 3: Unintended Consequences. The days that followed were filled with endless creativity and exploration. Emma spent every free moment with the sketchbook, drawing new scenes and characters, each more fantastical than the last. She created enchanted forests, mystical creatures, and even a group of brave adventurers who became her friends in this magical world. One evening, as she was sketching a majestic dragon soaring over a mountain range, she heard a faint knock on her door. Startled, she quickly hid the sketchbook under her pillow and opened the door to find her grandmother standing there. "Emma, you've been spending a lot of time in your room lately," her grandmother said gently. "Is everything all right?" Emma smiled and nodded. "Yes, Grandma. I've just been working on some new drawings. You know how much I love to draw." Her grandmother smiled back. "I'm glad you're doing what you love. Just remember to take breaks and enjoy the real world too. Dinner will be ready soon." As her grandmother left, Emma felt a pang of guilt. She had been so absorbed in her magical adventures that she had neglected her family and friends. Determined to strike a balance, she decided to limit her time with the sketchbook and spend more time with her loved ones. But as she was about to put the sketchbook away, she noticed something strange. The dragon she had just drawn was moving erratically, as if it was trying to break free from the page. Alarmed, she quickly flipped through the pages and saw that some of her other drawings were behaving strangely too. The enchanted forest was overrun with dark shadows, the lake was frozen over, and the village was in chaos. Panicking, Emma realized that her creations were spiraling out of control. She needed to fix it before things got worse. Grabbing a pencil, she drew herself into the magical world, determined to set things right. Chapter 4: The Journey to Restoration. As Emma stepped into the world she had created, she was met with a scene of turmoil. The once peaceful meadow was now overrun with dark creatures, and the sky was filled with ominous clouds. Lyra the fairy flew towards her, a look of distress on her face. "Emma, something terrible has happened," Lyra cried. "Your creations are out of balance, and the darkness is spreading." Emma's heart sank. "I didn't mean for this to happen. How can I fix it?" "You must restore the balance by finding the source of the darkness and confronting it," Lyra explained. "It won't be easy, but I believe in you." With a sense of determination, Emma set off on her journey to restore balance to the magical world. She traversed the frozen lake, braving the icy winds and treacherous terrain. She ventured into the enchanted forest, battling dark creatures and dispelling shadows with the light of her courage. Along the way, she was joined by her adventurer friends, who offered their support and strength. As they approached the mountain range where the dragon resided, Emma felt a mixture of fear and resolve. She knew that the dragon was the key to restoring balance, but she wasn't sure how to confront it. As they climbed the mountain, the air grew colder and the sky darker. At the summit, they found the dragon, its eyes glowing with an eerie light. It roared, and a blast of icy wind knocked them back. But Emma stood her ground, her heart filled with determination. "Dragon," she called out, her voice echoing across the mountain. "I created you, and I have come to set things right." The dragon paused, its eyes narrowing as it recognized her. Emma took a deep breath and stepped forward, her hand outstretched. "I know you're in pain, and I'm sorry for causing this," she said softly. "But we can fix it together. Let me help you." To her surprise, the dragon's eyes softened, and it lowered its head. Emma placed her hand on its snout, feeling the warmth of its breath. She closed her eyes and focused on drawing the darkness out of the dragon, replacing it with light and balance. Chapter 5: A New Beginning. As the darkness faded, the sky cleared, and the dragon's scales glowed with a golden light. The world around them began to heal, the frozen lake thawed, the shadows in the forest dissipated, and the village was restored to its bustling, cheerful state. Emma smiled in relief, knowing that she had restored balance to her magical world. She thanked her adventurer friends and Lyra for their support and vowed to be more careful with her creations in the future. Returning home, Emma felt a newfound appreciation for both the magical world and her real-life relationships. She balanced her time between her creative pursuits and spending quality time with her family and friends. The magical sketchbook remained a cherished part of her life, but she now used it with care and responsibility. Epilogue: The Legacy of the Sketchbook. Years passed, and Emma grew into a talented artist and storyteller. She shared her magical adventures through her drawings and stories, inspiring others to explore their own creativity and imagination. The sketchbook, now filled with countless drawings and memories, became a symbol of her journey and growth. Emma's story spread far and wide, reaching people of all ages and backgrounds. She became a beloved figure in her town, known for her kindness, creativity, and the magical tales she shared. The sketchbook, once a forgotten relic in the attic, had transformed her life in ways she could never have imagined. And so, the legacy of the magic sketchbook lived on, a testament to the power of imagination, creativity, and the endless possibilities that lie within each of us. Emma's story continued to inspire and enchant, reminding everyone that with a little creativity and courage, we can create worlds of wonder and magic, both on paper and in our hearts.